Hello everybody, so today I'm doing movies to watch on Netflix, part 4 when you're Netflix and chilling. That wasn't a meme that died really quickly, was it? So today I'm doing, this is going to be UK and US Netflix. I will put a link in the description down below for a website which it's got 244 countries on it, and you can search if that movie is in your country. I was using Flick Search before, which wasn't that great because it didn't have every single movie on it. This website does have every single movie that is on Netflix, and you can search to see if it's in your country, so it sounds like a plug right there. Inscription. It's a really good website, and if you're ever like, hey, I don't want this movies in my country, then you can search on that website. That's in the description down below, but I will say in this video if these movies are on UK or US Netflix. So first up is Deep Web, directed by Alex Winter, who was Bill in Bill and Ted. Keanu Reeves also narrates this, so that's awesome as well. He's really great, and providing the narration for this film really works. It's a documentary on Silk Road and the dark web, and the online drug marketplace Silk Road and all the other online drug marketplaces that came about, and all the things that the dark web does and how the government feel about these online drug marketplaces and what happened to the maker of Silk Road. And it's really interesting. It's interesting to see how the government feel about this. There's also a lot of conspiracies, and it's a really well made documentary, very intriguing, and just it's very interesting. Definitely check it out. Next up is Hush. Hush is on UK and US Netflix. This is the story of a deaf mute woman who one night an intruder was outside her house and now she's got to go up against him. This may sound like something that we've seen many times before, but with her being a deaf mute, it's very interesting because there's points where you get in her head and you can't hear anything, and the intruder's about and she can't hear him, she don't know what's going on, and that makes it bit more tense and suspenseful, and it is very good, and I suggest checking it out. It's one of the better horrors that we've had in quite some time, so yeah, check out Hush, UK and US. Next up is West of Memphis. West of Memphis is the story of the West Memphis Three, who were accused of the killings of 3 boys. There's also 3 documentaries before this, Paradise Lost. I suggest you watch Paradise Lost before watching this, but West of Memphis is sort of like a shortened down version, because all the Paradise Lost movies are about 2 hours long, but are very interesting. It's very interesting to see all these sort of false things about people being accused of murder. I just like making a murderer. This is the sort of thing that's also, if you like making a murderer, this is something to check out, because it's people being accused of something that they really haven't done, and it's very interesting to see how everything unfolds and what people did to get these people in trouble. So yeah, check out that, and check out Paradise Lost, the Paradise Lost trilogy, because that is an awesome trilogy as well. Very interesting trilogy and really great documentaries. And next up is Europa Report. This is on UK and US. This may not be the best film ever. It's a found footage space movie with these people, things happening, and them seeing sort of things while they're up in space. But it's very interesting, and the ending sort of made things more interesting for me. It's a very weird ending that I didn't see coming, but it's something that you should all check out. It's a space found footage movie that does some very different things from other found footage movies and was very interesting. It's on UK and US as well. Next up is Cowspiracy, which is all about the dairy industry and how animals are treated, and will make more people think about veganism, because it made the maker of this film think about veganism, which is great, and it speaks more about why veganism is good and all the things that why we shouldn't really have milk. But it's very interesting. I'm not trying to preach things onto my viewers there, but check it out. It will hopefully make more people go vegan as well. But yeah, Cowspiracy is one movie that you should check out, which I did really enjoy. Very good documentary. There's quite a few documentaries in here. Next one is It's Such a Beautiful Day, done by Don Hertzfeldt. I think I've said his name right. But this is an animation, but done in a very interesting and intriguing way. I've said intriguing loads in this thing, but it's a depressing one about, it's all different shorts put together, but done in a really interesting, great way that is phenomenal. This film is perfect to me. It's an animation that makes you have many emotions, and I really love everything that this director is doing. He does some really interesting animation, and yes, this is one to definitely check out, but it will weird you out a lot and make you feel depressed as well. But yeah, that's my type of movie, and I enjoyed it. Next up is Spring. Spring for me is before midnight, but horror, because there's a lot of things in this film which is conversations, but it's this man meets this woman, and there's not something quite right with her. There's something wrong going on there, and he finds it out. And as this film, it's very slow burn, but as things happen, it gets more and more interesting, and the horror works, and the conversations are really interesting that they have as well. And I really did love Spring. It's one of those surprises to me. This is only on UK at the moment, but hopefully it comes to US. Next one is Creep, which is on UK and US. It's another one that was distributed by Netflix. Creep is the story of a man that gets a Craigslist advert, and to film this guy for a few days, go to his house, but there's something not quite right there. That's all I'm going to say about it, but it's a really interesting, done by the Duplass brothers. They distributed this, and it's very interesting. One of the Duplass brothers is in this, and yeah, it's pretty surprising. It's a found footage movie, but done in a very good way, and you should definitely check it out. Next one is Starry Eyes, which is UK and US. Starry Eyes is the story of a woman that goes for an audition, but pretty much has to sell her soul to the devil to get the film role. Yeah, it's really, really good. An amazing soundtrack on this film as well. So I've got sort of 80s score, and the ending is crazy. That's all I'm going to say about it as well, because Starry Eyes is one that you should definitely go in and be surprised by. It's very weird as well, but it's really, really good. A very good horror. I've put quite a few horrors on here today. Hope that's all cool with you. These are always mixed. I always mix these. There's a few documentaries, an animation, and some horrors in here today. And yeah, that's it. Next up is Buried. Buried is a film that I feel is quite underrated. Ryan Reynolds is great in this. It's a man in a coffin for a whole movie, and it'll make you feel claustrophobic and make you feel on edge, but it works. It really, really works, and Ryan Reynolds is great in it. And the ending is one of the most harrowing things ever. But you should all watch it. It's very good. Next up is The Woman in Black. The Woman in Black is a Hammer horror that with Daniel Radcliffe going into his house and something creepy going on. This film did have jump scares, but it also had its creepy atmosphere, and it really worked. And I did really enjoy it. Daniel Radcliffe is great in it, and the sequel was rubbish, but this one is really, really good. I do enjoy it. Next one is Looper with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. The future, and they have to kill people from the future. That's all I can really say about it. Looper is one that if I spoke about it for quite a while, I'd have to explain quite a lot. But Looper is one that is one of the best sci-fis that I've seen in a long time. I loved it when I saw it in the cinema, and I've loved watching it all the other times after that. It's really, really good, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's one of the best films we've had in quite a few years. Next up is Turbo Kid, UK and US. This one is Turbo Kid is Mad Max on BMXs. That's how people have explained it. But it has more to it. It has heart, it's gory, it's just a lovely film. I'm saying lovely because there's this whole relationship in the film that is really cute as well, but it's just a whole lot of fun. The soundtrack is awesome. It's got this great 80s vibe to it, and you should check it out. Definitely check it out. Next one is the Grand Budapest Hotel, done by Wes Anderson. Really great movie, really great. Ralph Fiennes is brilliant in it, and it's very colourful and beautiful and hilarious. This film is hilarious. That's what I'm going to say about it. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Grand Budapest Hotel, it's one of the best films we've had in some time as well. One of Wes Anderson's best. It's really, really great. And the final film, which because Civil War has come out now, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. For me, it's pretty much Marvel's best movie. Guardians of the Galaxy and The Winter Soldier are Marvel's best movie. And Bucky Barnes being this, he is brilliant as the Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan is great as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. I just love the Winter Soldier. The Russo brothers did a great job. It's so much fun. It's so much different than all the other Marvel movies. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. That's my movies to watch on Netflix, part 4. If you want more of these, then I'll do them. If you say in the comments down below, hey Luke, we want more of these. Don't know why there's a mic in front of my bloody hand, but this is just a mix. I was just going through, seeing things that I'd watched recently, seeing things that I was enjoying. And, Netflix, for me, is something that takes so bloody long to look through. There's nights where I've just been, scrolling for about half an hour, being like, I don't know what to watch. So, because it's pretty rubbish like that sometimes. But these are ones, if anyone watches this, then these are ones that you should check out. If you're bored and you don't know what to watch, then these are the ones that you should watch. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.